that my daddy died.
These 10 tracks did more than climb the charts. They changed the feel of soul music itself.
He's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along.
And by the time we reach number 1, you'll hear how a song the group almost refused to finish became one of the boldest, most unforgettable risks in music history.
Where did you come from?
So, settle in, turn the volume up just a notch, and let's ride through the grooves that still move us today. Unless you love number 10, then we might argue a little. Number 10, Move On Up. Curtis Mayfield, 1970. Move On Up is motion turned into music, a long climb designed to lift you by the shoulders and push you toward whatever future you're brave enough to claim.
And don't you cry.
Curtis had stepped fully into his solo era, and instead of playing it safe, he built a marathon, congas that never quit, horns that shine like morning, and little shifts in energy that keep the air alive around you.
Folks might understand you by and by.
A track this long and this confident confused some radio gatekeepers, especially in the U.S. But across the Atlantic, listeners locked in fast.
Just move on up for your destiny.
It became the kind of record that stayed in rotation because people didn't just hear it, they needed it. The magic is in its refusal to rest. Every horn hit feels like fresh encouragement.
Nation, though you may find from time to time.
Every rhythm layer feels like one more push to take one more step. It's soul. It's a gospel spirit and pure grit fused into one anthem for anyone trying to outrun doubt.
Complications. Bite your lip.
And decades later, that album's reputation only grew, a quiet confirmation of what fans already knew. Curtis didn't just make moments, he made movements.
And take the trip.
Now, from that burst of determination, we slide into something smoother, a falsetto floating over warm, polished glow. Number 9, Love Always, El DeBarge, 1986.
I got a secret for you.
Love Always feels like a quiet turning point, the moment El DeBarge steps out from the family spotlight and into a lane made specifically for his voice.
Can't believe myself, but ever since you've been gone.
The production is silk, soft synths falling like curtains, mid-tempo drums that never rush, and melodies that glide instead of pressing down. What really works is restraint.
Think of no one else. I've even tried to.
The team behind the sound understood the mission. Let the falsetto breathe, keep it elegant, and don't drown it in the biggest cliches of the era.
But nothing can make.
And El delivers it like a promise, never forcing the emotion, never cracking the glass by pushing too hard. He leans in gently, and that gentleness becomes the power. Even without being a giant pop chart monster, the record helped build his solo identity, proof that his voice could carry a full story all on its own. From that polished slow burn, we slip into one of soul's purest quiet storm embraces, romance shaped into a whisper. Number 8, For the Love of You, The Isley Brothers, 1975. For the Love of You is romance distilled to its cleanest form. Not flashy, not loud, just a smooth, confident glide that feels more like an embrace than a performance. Ron Isley sings like he's floating. effortless, weightless, like the melody is carrying him instead of the other way around. The strings spread out like velvet in a dim room.
Loving you. Well, well, well.
The percussion taps a steady heartbeat. Everything is placed gently, so the emotion can stay front and center. What ended up on the record is pure elegance, the kind of slow jam that lives longer than trends.
Things will make a way for now.
And it proves something important. The Isleys could dominate both ends of the spectrum. They could shake walls with funk and melt them with softness. Chart success came, sure, but the deeper impact lives elsewhere. Living room dance floors, late night dedications, and the quiet moments couples still claim as their song.
Oh, you sound so good. Something.
Now, from Romance That Smooth, we hit the gas. Northern Soul energy comes flying in. Number 7. Since I Found My Baby, the Metro's 1967. Since I Found My Baby hits like adrenaline, fast, bright, and overflowing with joy you can't keep inside. The moment the drums snap in, you're already moving. The horns pop in and out like excited friends talking over each other. And the lead vocal, pure celebration. You don't need a biography to believe him. The happiness sounds real. Behind him, the backing voices answer every line with that call and response electricity, like a party happening right there in the booth. It didn't become a big national chart story at the time. It slipped through the cracks, but decades later, UK collectors and Northern Soul DJs resurrected it, spinning it late in the night and watching dancers sprint to the floor like the record just dropped yesterday. That's the power of a groove. Even if radio ignores it, the right ears always find it. Now we go from that racing joy into a party already in motion, a room full of laughter, hand claps, and one of the coolest voices ever recorded. Number 6, Got to Give It Up, Marvin Gaye, 1977. Got to Give It Up sounds like you've walked into a party mid-sentence. Laughter in the corner, people talking over the beat, and Marvin floating above it all like perfume in the air. He wasn't trying to make a trend record, but when the industry pressure leaned in, Marvin didn't copy, he created. The groove feels alive. Hand claps, cowbell, loose percussion, little background moments that make it feel like real people are in the room with you. Marvin arranges that messy joy like a master storyteller, tightening the moment when it needs focus, then letting it breathe at exactly the right time. The result became a massive number 1, the kind of track that makes even shy people start moving without thinking. From that organized party chaos, we slide into smooth swagger, confidence that smiles while it walks. Number 5, You Sexy Thing, Hot Chocolate, 1975.
I believe in miracles.
You Sexy Thing is pure charm in groove form, playful, smooth, and confident from the first lick, and the backstory makes it even sweeter. It didn't start as the big moment.
Where you from? You said sexy thing.
It was the kind of track that could have been tossed aside and then ended up refusing to disappear. Errol Brown sings with a wink in his voice, riding a rhythm that glides like velvet.
Sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles.
Nothing is rushed. Nothing is forced. The pocket is deep and relaxed. The backing vocals answer like a knowing chorus, encouraging, affirming, almost laughing with him because the whole thing is just that irresistible.
Since you came along, you sexy thing.
It became a transatlantic favorite and kept finding new life across generations, proof that real confidence doesn't expire. Now open the windows. We're stepping into pure summer air. Number 4. In the Summertime, Mungo Jerry, 1970.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up.
In the Summertime feels like someone scribbling joy onto the world with crayons. Raw, simple, unpolished, completely contagious.
And touch the sky when the weather's fine. You got women on your.
The charm is the looseness, stomps, claps, acoustic strum, and a vocal that doesn't try to be pretty. It just tries to be true.
Mind. Have a drink, have a drive, go out and
It sounds like bare feet on warm pavement, windows all the way down, nothing on your mind except how good the day feels.
see what you can find. If a daddy's rich, take
The UK embraced it fast, turning it into one of the era's defining feel-good smashes, the kind of song that doesn't need perfection because it is the moment.
her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along.
From open-air freedom, we lift into something louder, spiritual electricity with rock grit. Number 3, Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum, 1969. Spirit in the Sky is gospel energy strapped to a fuzz pedal, a spiritual shout filtered through rock attitude. Greenbaum wasn't coming from traditional church culture, and that's part of why it works. He treats belief like a big cinematic feeling, then powers it with one of the nastiest, most unforgettable guitar tones ever put on wax. That grinding sound shakes like heaven and earth trading handshakes. And the gospel textures, the claps, the harmonies lift the whole record into something bigger than genre. You don't just hear it, you feel it in your ribs. It became a worldwide smash and stayed in pop culture for decades because it doesn't walk. It soars, loud, proud, and unashamed. Now from that skybound shout, we return to grounded confidence, grown folk groove at its finest. Number 2, Back in Stride, Mays, 1985. Back in Stride is what happens when a band fully understands its groove and refuses to overcomplicate it. The bass sits deep in the pocket. The percussion rolls like warm waves. The keyboards punch in like quiet exclamation points. Everything is exactly where it belongs. Nothing more, nothing less. Frankie Beverly doesn't need fireworks. His steadiness is the show, and listeners understood it immediately. It became a signature record that cemented Mays as masters of that grown and sexy late-night sway. The kind of music that makes uncles pull their wives close and move like it's the first time all over again. And now, every groove, Every story, every stop we've made leads to this final moment, one of soul's most cinematic achievements. Number 1, Papa was a Rolling Stone, The Temptations, 1972.
The 3rd of September, that day I'll always remember.
Papa Was a Rolling Stone is tension sculpted into sound, a slow, hypnotic unraveling of truth, rumor, pain, and legacy.
Yes, I will. 'Cause that was the day.
By this point, the group was worn out by the producer's bigger-than-life ambitions, and the song's subject matter hit close enough to make the recording feel personal, not just dramatic.
That my daddy died.
The band wanted one thing, the producer wanted a film, and the producer won. He built an epic where the groove doesn't rush to comfort you.
I never got a chance to see him.
It holds back, builds pressure, and makes you sit inside the mood before the story even begins. Hi-hats flicker like sparks.
Never heard nothing but bad things about him.
Strings hover like storm clouds. Horns slide in and out like memories you're not sure you want to touch.
Mama, I'm depending on you. Tell me the truth.
When the vocals finally arrive, they don't sing so much as question, like the track is putting you on trial alongside the truth.
Mama just hung her head and said, son, Papa was a Rolling Stone.
The result became a towering hit and an award season monster, and it's still widely ranked among the greatest recordings ever made because it didn't just tell a story, it made you live inside it.